So, Leicester Tigers against Newcastle Falcons in round 3 of the Premiership Cup. First against second, both teams unbeaten, both won all 3 of their games, both on 14 points. Newcastle beating Bedford and Sale at home, and then away winning Outtor in round 1. And most likely, who wins this game tomorrow will get the semi-final place in the Premiership Cup, only first in the group, going through to the semi-final stage. And yeah, should be a great game. Two really strong teams picked from both sides, and yeah, proper buzzing for this. Might as well go straight into the Tigers team. So we've gone for a backline of Brown, Bassett, Porter, Kelly, Hassel-Collins, Atkinson, Powell. That is a strong backline, a strong, exciting backline. I think it's going to be big games for Guy Porter and Charlie Atkinson. I feel like I won't say disappointed in Porter so far this season, but he's maybe not being as good as we know he can be. Obviously, he's England international now. We know he's a fantastic, one of the best 13 centres in the league, but maybe not quite being at it. And I feel like Phil Singer has been absolutely brilliant. Really, really good so far this season, who really pushing Porter for that 13 shirt against Bristol. So I think it's going to be a big game for Porter. Same for Charlie Atkinson. I feel like he's maybe not quite been at his best these last few games, and him and Wilkinson, I don't think like either have really sold that 10 shirt against Bristol. And for me personally, I think Jamie Shilcock has been the most impressive out of the 3. So yeah, expecting a big game from Charlie Atkinson. Similar with Powell and Whiteley. It's going to be a battle to see who gets the 9 shirt against Bristol. So expecting a big game from those 3 players. Into the pack, we've gone Van Veek, Clare, Hayes, Henderson, Wells, Liebenberg, Cracknell and Rogerson. I think the headlines from the whole team are seeing Harry Wells and Ollie Cracknell back. Obviously brilliant to see. I think the rumour is Harry Wells had shoulder surgery over the summer. Not quite sure what Cracknell's injury has been. We presume he's been injured and recovering to not have played until tomorrow. Yeah, very, very big. Probably our starting, maybe a couple of changes, but it's a very strong pack going into tomorrow. Obviously a bit worrying that Cronin has now not played the last couple of games. Hopefully his injury isn't keeping him out for too long, but I've been impressed with Van Veek. I think he's stepped up a lot. I think he's been probably our starting loosehead so far this season. I've been really impressed with him. It's just a strong pack, isn't it? Onto the bench, gone Dolly, Whitcomb, Hurd, Williams, Hatherall, Whiteley, Shilcock and Singer. As I said earlier, I feel like Shilcock and Singer are really pushing for a starting place against Bristol, so interesting to see how they do off the bench, but it's a very strong 23, isn't it? Maybe a couple of changes we'll see against Bristol, but that is a Premiership team in the Premiership Cup. Onto Newcastle, similarly, they've gone pretty damn strong. Into the backline, they've gone Abatoyimbo, Radwan, Penny, Orlando, Stevenson, Conan and Stewart. Yeah, that back 3, isn't it? Speed. I absolutely love watching Adam Radwan play. He's an absolute brilliant winger. Hopefully one day we'll see him in Tiger shirt. We'll see. But yeah, that is a super strong backline. Obviously, having Mateus Orlando not with Argentina is a big boost for them. He's a brilliant 12. Yeah, and into the pack they've got Brocklebank, Blomeyer, Tampin, Cardle, McDonald, Lockwood, Pepper, Schick. Similar to us, that back row is very, very exciting. Lockwood and Pepper, 2 exciting young back rowers for Newcastle. Yeah, it's a very solid pack from Newcastle. Onto the bench, they've got Van Vuren. Played for Tigers, must have been about 8 years ago now. And then Branningham, McCallum, Chavez, Cross, O'Sullivan, Johnson, Hutchinson. Maybe not as quite as strong as our bench. I feel like that could be a difference into the second half, into the later stages of the game, but still a very good 23 from Newcastle. We know what they're all about there. They're physical. They have very exciting quick backs. yeah, it's going to be a real test for us, a really good test for us. Obviously, as I said, they're 3 from 3. Not maybe had wins as big as ours, but still 3 wins on the bounce. Yeah, it's just a really good test. Not often do you get this early in the season in the Premiership Cup, a game that it means something. As I said, whoever wins will probably get the semi-final place. It's a Premiership Cup, but this is almost a Premiership fixture, isn't it? I think I saw the headline is 10 England players within the two sides, plenty of internationals. Yeah, this is going to be a great game, really good game. I feel like we will win it. I think it's going to be close, but I feel like, as I said, our bench is quite a bit stronger than theirs, I'd say. I think that could make a difference in the second half. But yeah, it's going to be a real good test to see how Dan McKellen's style of play gets on against a Premiership outfit. Yeah, super excited to see what the outcome is tomorrow. Buzzing to be there as usual, and see you there if you're there.